Hi, VBS friends. It's Marianne. I remember last year I had so much fun doing VBS Bible stories with you. And when Diane asked me if I would do it again this year, I thought, awesome, that's a great thing to do. So today we're going to do a Bible study about Mark. I'm going to read to you about Mark 12, 28 to 31, and Deuteronomy 6. It's called the Greatest Commandment. And I'm told that this week you're thinking about what it means to care about ourselves. And sometimes people think, you know what, if you're caring about yourself and thinking about yourself too much, that you're being selfish. I don't think that's true. In fact, God thought so much about that he made it part of the greatest commandment. He wants us to look after ourselves and to look after other people. So we need to care for ourselves, we need to care for others, and we have to have love and compassion, because that's going to help the world be a better place. So today we're going to do something. The story tells you something about the highlights that are very simple, yet they're often forgotten. But the command is to love God, to love our neighbors, and to love ourselves. Yes, even to love ourselves. And as we listen to the story, let's think about what the people might feel when they say, love and care for others as yourself, and why it's important to care for yourself. And what does it look like for you? So here goes, boys and girls. Jesus and the disciples spent a lot of time in Jerusalem. One day he was at the temple, a place where people gathered to worship God, and he was teaching and telling stories. A lot of people listened eagerly, but many had questions. The temple leaders and the elders were unsure, and they asked him, "Who gave you the power to do and say these things?" Some were jealous and wanted to trick him, so they asked, "Should the people pay taxes?" Others were worried and asked him, "What happens in the resurrection and the afterlife?" I wonder. If you're unsure, if you're the opposite of being unsure is that you're confident and you know the right answer. And if you're jealous, if you're not jealous, that means that you're okay with whatever anybody else is doing. And what was that last part? If you're worried, the opposite of worried, well, for me, the opposite of worried is to say a prayer to God and let him help you. But that means that you're okay with whatever's going on, because you know that God's in control and that he's going to look after things. So let's see, where do we go from here? Then one of the temple leaders was curious about Jesus, and he saw that Jesus was wise and kind. And he asked him, which one of God's laws, or commandments, is the most important? And Jesus answered him, the first is what we all know. Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God, the Lord is one, and you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. Before the leader could ask more, Jesus went on. The second is love your neighbor as yourself. These two things are the most important of God's laws. Jesus was concerned with so much. The leaders who questioned him, they focused on things that aren't related to loving God, or loving your neighbor, or loving ourselves. They don't understand or trust Jesus, how he heals and teaches and loves and how the people follow him. So they ask Jesus, "Where did you go to become a teacher?" Because they didn't understand where he got his power and his knowledge. They asked him about the political views, hoping that he would choose one side and make at least some people angry if he didn't choose their side. They asked him about complicated things like the afterlife, because they thought he wouldn't be able to give a good answer. And when the people would become unsure of him too and stop following him. But our Jesus, he's pretty amazing, and he always comes up with the right answer. And he can always help you, and he can always help me. And he's always really amazing at keeping us in his hands and in his heart so that we can be great lovers of ourselves, lovers of God, and lovers of our neighbors. So have fun at VBS and enjoy your time. Thanks for letting me read the story. Such fun. Bye now.